This is what Formula 1 looks like in an ideal world.
They're going wheel to wheel towards Vale now. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Leclerc has that inside line. Through goes Hamilton. And down the inside goes Daniel Ricciardo. What a move from the Australian. But here comes Sebastian Vettel.
But most of the time whilst watching Formula 1, it's putting me to sleep, and it's probably putting you to sleep as well. It's like Nanny McPhee. She's reading you a nice little lullaby, you're in bed, and it's just a bit boring. You get a bit tired and you just nod off. Being 100% true and real, this is what Formula 1 actually looks like.
Max Verstappen wins.
Boring things. Yep. If I was you, I'd subscribe and like, because if not, Imola will be another boring race. Verstappen wins by 30 seconds, and Logan Sargent crashes out yet again. So, if you want actual entertainment, subscribe and like. For like the last however long, I can't even remember, there's been dominance in Formula 1. Whether this be Michael Schumacher absolutely cooking in that Ferrari.
This is history.
Which isn't something that we say quite often, because Ferrari, run by clowns and sometimes managed by pieces of broccoli. Cars look like potatoes, just a bit shambles at the moment. Schumacher might have been cooking back in the day, but now they are not cooking. They have overburnt it, or the cow is still mooing in the fields. Also, I would just like to clarify that I am talking about Michael Schumacher, not Mick Schumacher, because Mick Schumacher's and Michael Schumacher's careers were quite literally the polar opposite. One was literally one of the greatest of all time, and another was just, We have also just experienced the utter and sheer domination from Mercedes. By Mercedes, I mostly mean Hamilton. Whoa, but let's not forget Rosberg back in 2016. He was kind of cooking, wasn't he? I mean, he beat Hamilton in equal machinery, so... But Mercedes' run of form, sadly for some, happily for others, well, it ended on the 12th of December 2021. Was it rigged? Was it skillful? Was it... I don't know. And now in today's day, we are living and breathing in the world of Max Verstappen. He is literally dominating everything, winning every single race, pole position here, there, everywhere. And the only times he hasn't won, well, his car is either blown up or he's just gotten a tad unlucky.
Max Verstappen wins. For Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen.
Now the main question is, what actually makes Formula 1 entertaining? What makes us wake up every single weekend and Saturday, Sunday, Monday and wait for these races? Wake up and be like, today is race day. I'm excited. I can't wait to watch 20 clowns drive pretty much in circles and fool around and fuck around and find out that by the end of it, Max Verstappen will still manage to win. What actually makes the races entertaining? What makes championships entertaining championships? Because I'll tell you something for certain, for free. This is like a little tax write-off. Yeah, it's not dominance. Dominance is not the way to go. Now, some people may argue that Formula 1 is cool because of the whole development of the cars and some teams have upgrades, some teams don't, some teams are faster, some teams aren't. Well, I will tell you that's just a bit nerdy. That's not what you... That's just a cooler aspect of Formula 1, which is a bit different to, say, Formula 2. But at the end of the day, we don't really think about, what team has an upgrade? Oh my god, an upgrade? No way, that is so cool. Yeah, it's kind of important, but like, come on now. Formula 1 is entertaining where there's close racing. Everyone's going side by side through every corner, not just two people through 3 wide, 4 wide, for a whole section of the track. For the whole entire race circuit, you're going side by side every single lap. That is entertainment. The field being bunched up together, everyone being close in development, everyone being similar pace around pretty much every track. That is entertaining. You don't know who's going to win. You don't know. You might finish P1 one race and then P12 the next. That is entertainment. But we're forgetting the most important thing. This is actually what makes Formula 1 entertaining. To put it quite simply, in really just a couple words, it is the uncertainty of the race winner. That's it. That is it. The uncertainty of a race winner causes emotions. It's like, oh my god, anything could happen. Someone could crash. Someone could, just something might, it's uncertain. You're just there waiting. You want to watch to the end of the race because you don't know who's going to win. That's That's cool. But if you have Verstappen leading by 30 seconds, 15 laps into the race, then you goddamn know that he's already won the race. You might as well just give him the trophy midway through the race. There's no point of watching the race when there's no entertainment, where there's no uncertainty in F1. It's that simple. But it's a shame that we haven't had any uncertainty or real uncertainty in Formula 1 for what's actually felt like ages, because of a certain guy named Max Verstappen. Races in changeable conditions are entertaining. You don't know what's going to happen. 1 second you might be leading the race, then rain might strike, you might be on dry tires and you might kinda throttle a bit heavy, you might go off the racetrack, and then what? Do you lose the race and you finish P7? Keep in mind you were only a couple laps from winning the race, and then
And Hamilton takes the lead of the race as Lando Norris slides off the track.
we have seen it time and time again. Bad drivers upon bad drivers in Formula 1. Mazepin, Sargent, Latifi, just a couple examples. Mazepin, Latifi, Sargent, just a couple of examples. They make the sport entertaining, and you probably don't even they are the single-handedly carrying they were, or are, or whatever. They are the GOATs. Logan Sargent may not have any career podiums in Formula 1, but he does have a career assist in winning a race. Without his crash, Miami would have been another boring race. Verstappen on pole position, Verstappen win. Just a bit boring. But he spiced it up. He went over and just caused some drama. Got that extra hot chili pepper, sauced it into his nice little cooking recipe. He made it that much better. Without his crash, there wouldn't be a safety car, there wouldn't be any drama, there wouldn't be any Lando Norris wins, would there? He single-handedly made the race more tense, more exciting, more eyes were on that race, more people were watching it, more people were excited about the outcome. The outcome is, it was more entertaining. I don't know what else. I mean, speaking of assists, Latifi has his own assist, not in a race, yes, in a race win, but in a championship as well. Not only did he make that Abu Dhabi 2021 race a bit more entertaining than it was a bit boring, let's be real. Hamilton was leading by a country mile, and Latifi literally created the entire dramatic finale of the season, that final lap. That was all him. He mastered that plan in his mind and created it. It was incredible. Without him, that final race would have been a bit boring. Now, yes, Hamilton would have won, and the outcome would be a slightly bit different. But he made that season, he made that race entertaining as fuck. And let's not forget, Mazepin. 2021 in general was just a great season altogether. But Mazepin being Mazepin, he threw his own spanner into the works pretty much every single race. Made it more entertaining than it already was. And hats off to him, because who wouldn't want to see Mazepin back? I would love to see him in a car in Formula. It would be great. Don't lie. Don't lie. Just don't lie to yourself. We need more awful drivers in Formula 1. Why, you might be asking? Well, that is because they throw spanners into the works pretty much every single race, week in, week out, season in, season out. Races which are dominant, periods of time which there's just dominance, they make it entertaining. They crash out here, there, sometimes in places where they can cause red flags, safety cars, drama happens, right? And if that does happen, they do cause the havoc that they're meant to produce. Then guess what? There are safety cars, red flags. There are chances of someone else winning a race rather than the dominant person in the season, aka, well, we know who that is, don't we? Now, the reason why I'm so passionate about this is because, well, for like the last season and a half, it's been Logan Sargent, hasn't it? He's been the one leading the charge of bad drivers, crashing out pretty much every single weekend. Took over the role from Nicholas Latifi, who took over the role from Nikita Mazepin. With there being huge rumors of Logan Sargent potentially losing his seat midway through the season, and probably most definitely by the end of the season, that leaves us with pretty much zero absolutely trash and awful drivers on the grid. And that is a bad thing whilst Verstappen's dominating and there's literally nothing. Would you want to see a stale race? No crashes, no nothing, everyone's just in their lonesome. Just a bit boring, isn't it? You don't want to see that. You don't want to be waking up just to see nothing and then falling asleep 30 minutes into the race because Verstappen's leading and nothing is happening on the track. It's boring as fuck. Now, I'm not just saying the awful drivers crash out a lot, because 2021 Monza, that was a big crash by two of the greatest drivers of all time. That made that race entertaining, spiced it up, cooked up an absolute storm, and Daniel Ricciardo stood on that podium like an absolute champ. Was it deserved? I don't know, you tell me. But he peaked, and ever since then, kind of going downhill. But realistically, the trash drivers are the drivers who crash the most often. Latifi, Mazaspin, De Vries. I can go on forever, and they make that shit entertaining. So if I were to give a formal request to every single team on the grid, please potentially consider employing a trash driver, especially the back markers. You're not fighting for anything. Maybe just stick in like a little Formula 4 driver. Maybe bring back an old veteran of Formula 1. Mazepin is always looking for a seat. Latifi, he would probably take a seat with open arms, and same with Logan Sargent. Keep them in the sport. We need them back, ready to go, ready to crash every weekend. I don't hope they get injured. I don't hope they die. I just hope they spice up the races. They're getting a little too boring, and Miami was just a nice little... it was good. It was good. Anyways, in the comments, let me know what you guys thought of this whole more bad drivers in Formula. Whilst you're down there, you might as well subscribe and like. I don't know why you wouldn't, because kind of a criminal if you don't. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Don't fall under a car. Don't die. And yeah, peace.
That's all, folks.